Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Bit my hand, I've turned into Joshua Grime. Evil Kaiser's legion will disperse.
Shut up, nerd!
What are we talking about? What are we doing? Well, how are you? How do you find this fine Sunday morning? I'm talking about shit that really pees me off. Corporate greed. Pigs in suits. Bacon in a tie. Whatever you want to call it. It stinks and it doesn't taste good. Ubisoft. Obviously, Ubisoft are an incredible games company, Hazismemm, who are just absolutely screwing the pooch at every time they can. Now, let's go through some of their recent games and see how it's gone. Assassin's Creed Shadows, you either like it or you don't. I don't play Assassin's Creed anymore. I'm over it. I played so many of them. You can't give me the same shit every year and then get confused when I just get a bit bored of them. Far Cry 6, I think, was pretty pants. I did play Assassin's Creed Mirage when it was on discount, and again, I just got bored. I never finished it, and I never will finish it. But they are pumping out the same shit. Avatar, I mean, that shit crumbled. I used to really like the South Park Fractured Bumhole games, or whatever they called it. But basically what's going on here, as described by Polygon, Ubisoft are basically telling you, once you give them £70, which they're what they are asking for these days, the greedy little corporate fucking arsewipes, they're asking £70 for a game, for an experience. Some of these games don't even last you 20-30 hours. Right, and they're telling you, you don't own your games, bro. You don't own your games. It's like the government saying you don't own your house when you give them 200 grand. It's like, oh, you're only kind of renting it. Nah, bitch, I'm fucking owning this shit. So they're basically in a bit of a lawsuit currently in California over The Crew because they shut it down. I guess not many people played it. I'm not a car racing game. Dude, I only race cars when I'm, trying to get away from the police in GTA. Or I did like Forza because I had Game Pass. So I kind of just contradict myself less than a millisecond later. The company's lawyers have argued that there's no reason for players to believe they were purchasing unfettered ownership rights in the game. Ubisoft made it clear lawyers claim that when you buy a copy of The Crew, you're merely buying a limited access license. So they're basically saying, give us some cash.
Great technique.
The full price to buy it, not rent it, by the way. Buy, you buy, B-Y.
Computer says no.
B-U-Y. Jesus. You buy the game so you can play the game. It never says rent it, does it? You're not saying you rent the game here for this price. You have used the terminology buy. When I'm buying a banana, I'm not expected to return it the next day. When I'm buying a bag of ice, I'm not expected to piss it out again and refreeze it so someone else can have a go. No, I'm buying it for my own use. This is not Blockbusters anymore. This is not, renting a film on Prime. This is genuine ownership. I own a PS5. I own a physical console with a disc most of the time because I'm old school, motherfucker. I like physical shit. I ain't giving PlayStation control of every single game, and neither should you, because then they're going to start charging some stupid-ass dog shit price, man. So due to server infrastructure and licensing constraints, because The Clue was online only, it meant the game became totally unplayable when the servers were turned off. So that is why they're suing, because they're going, you can't just switch off the service to a game I paid for. And it's a valid point. You're paying.
Editor Harrison, if you were goddamn in college and you had some fatty motherfucker tell you that your course is 3 years, but it was only 2 years, you would get some money fucking back, wouldn't you, bitch? That's the truth. Suck it up, motherfucker. Suck that shit. My ass cheeks hurt. Goddamn.
It comes down to the argument. Are you paying for this game forever, or is this game a windowed? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, World of Warcraft. When I was a kid, I haven't played really ever World of Warcraft. I played it for 1 month. You buy it for a month. You know what I mean? Like a Club Penguin membership. You pay for a month and then you can play the game fully in that month. After that, you got to keep playing it. Is that what we're doing here? Because it's not, you didn't advertise it like that. You advertised it as a normal video game where you pay, £50 or whatever, $50, whatever you want to call it. 50 gold coins, we'll say. 50 gold coins for a game to play whenever you want. Just log in, blah, 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 blah. And then they go, nah, we've had enough. We can't be asked. We'll just, flick it like a light switch. Dink. Off. You can't play it anymore because we own the game and you merely are just borrowing it. You are on borrowed time, my friend. Like a man going through chemo, it is eventually going to be switched off. Sometimes I just need to shut the fuck up. Shut your bitch ass up and start talking. But it's sad to see, because Ubisoft, who are, well, arguably a giant in the industry, think they have sort of controlling rights over us. They think they own shit, when really they are a public servant, in my opinion. Your job is to make games for me to waste time in. Your job is to entertain me. And then my job is to sit on my PlayStation and write a little review and call you dickheads when you do shit like this. Because what all you're doing is peeing customers off. No one sits there. No one. There's not a single human being. You know, you can say anything about human beings. We're all weird. We all have things we like. There's not a single human fucking being, when asked, who is your favourite game developer, is saying Ubisoft. You are not in a position to be controlling or making demands. You are on a trajectory that is heading into the Himalayas. You have already crashed. The airplane has blown up. You have lost all passengers and luggage, and there may be a few survivors toasting marshmallows, trying to survive without getting eaten by a grizzly bear. You are in no position to be lecturing and telling people about their games that they've spent on your service. You are a dying, crumbling organisation who should be a bit more consumer friendly, in my opinion, to win back the people you have screwed the pooch over. Now, again, we're talking about the crew here. There is probably 10 people this affects. I get that. But it's the premise. It's the premise, dog. All right? It is the premise. If they're going to say this, other businesses are going to start saying it. You're going to have someone telling you GTA 5 is being shut down and you can never play it again because, you were only renting it for 13 years. Who the fuck rents something for 13 years? I paid a fee. You probably bought GTA twice. You know, you own these games. You can play them wherever the fuck you want. Now, online games are slightly different based on a technical landscaping level. I am not dumb. I can get that. So you need to make it clear. You need to tell consumers you are basically not loaning, but you are playing this game as long as we choose to continue to flourish, you know, and that's fine. Not every game lasts forever. I'm not dumb, but you know, if you're paying for a single player game, there needs to always be an option to play that game for the rest of your life. And you can't have Ubisoft, the sort of like the disabled little brother, autistic little brother who comes around at Christmas and starts spitting on you and flicking your ears. You know, you can't expect to listen to that guy for your whole life and think, you know what, actually, I think he's onto something. No, Ubisoft, they don't know their arse from their elbow, and they certainly don't have a clue what gamers want. If they are coming out, you know, if you think this, that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, even if it's a dumbass motherfucking opinion. But if you're coming out when you are, like I said, downward trajectory, and you think this is like, this will get people back on our side, bro, you can't teach that. That's just pure retardation. That's pure mental gymnastics. That is pure corporatization. 70-year-old men in suits thinking they know how to hold a controller. Bro, you have a better chance of getting a boner at that age, and we all know that's not happening. Boom. Anyway, this shit pisses me off again. It's just corporatization. Fuck this world we've found ourselves in. Unlucky, lads. I wish it was a simulation and we could just turn that shit off, bro. Terrible, no good. Let me know. Am I being stupid? I think this is delinquency. I think it's absolutely disgusting that they can say you don't own this after you spent all this money, all this time, and the only reason you guys have a job is because we choose to put money in your pockets, mate. Yeah? And I know, okay, they might not be the ones making the decisions, I get that, but a lot of them will have input. Don't think it's not. And it's Ubisoft, you know, it's not like Rockstar, who literally have the gaming industry's balls in their hand and, you know, could crush them at any minute. You know, this isn't PlayStation saying this. Ubisoft, whose last great game was like 2008. You know, I'm talking great game. One where you went, fucking hell, they know what they're doing. Ubisoft. Ubisoft.